Hi, I'm Connie, and there are so many different ways I've been using the AO Scan technology. And one of the ways that I use it on a daily basis that has probably helped me more than anything is using a Cephi playlist I use for grief. Right before I learned about the AO Scan technology, my 18-year-old son tragically had a massive heart attack and was gone. And I did not know what I was going to do, honestly. It was a very dark period of my life. And thankfully, the AO Scan technology came into my life and with Inner Voice. And so, of course, Inner Voice is a part of my daily routine. And as the software has expanded, I've been able to incorporate even more tools that have supported me in this grieving process. You know, grief can be like a monster, and you never know how long it's going to last, when it's going to strike, how you come out of it. And I'm not suggesting to not experience the feelings. I'm not saying that at all. What I'm saying is we have the technology to support yourself to go through the grief so you're not stuck there, and that you could still go on and have a fulfilling, meaningful life. So I'd like to share with you my grief support list. So I call it a grief relief session. So I almost start every session with the aura clearing and the aura shield, just as a good foundation for that. And then, of course, listen to Inner Voice. That does so much. And now that we have the AO Tune, I know that grief is stored in our lungs. And so I take my AO Tune transducers and I put those on my lung 1 meridian. So that's like about halfway on your collarbone in the middle. And so when I use that and I play the Cephi playlist for grief while using the transducers, it makes such a difference. I'm telling you, like, immediately the heaviness starts to dissipate and I could go on and have the life that I know I'm still here to live. So that's the big thing. But then I realized it's great to have the grief dissipate. The next thing I also do is I imprint joy, the frequencies of joy, back into my heart. So I use the AO Tune transducers with the joy playlist, which you'll also see below, and put that over my heart and play those. And I'm telling you, it makes such a huge difference, because while I'm dealing with grief of a loss of family members, you know, grief affects us in so many different ways. So it might be the loss of a job. It could be the loss of a friendship. It could be just a minor loss. So we have tools to deal with everything. And since I've been with Solex, I have used the AO Scan technology to release over 100 pounds. I'm still a work in progress, so I have future things to release. And I just wanted to share some hot tips that I've used with the Solex products, most specifically the AO Scanner. So when we do our vitals, we get a great list every day of our food sensitivity. So I know my body's not really prepared to eat those foods. So that's an easy thing to cut out every single day. So that's one of the things I do. I also listen to Inner Voice every single day throughout the day. It really helps to keep my emotions stable. And I don't know if you've ever encountered this or not. Sometimes I eat when I'm not physically hungry. And guess what? That does not help you lose weight. So I have this deal with myself. I listen to my Inner Voice on pulse tones for 5 minutes. I drink 2 8-ounce glasses of water that I have imprinted with my weight loss frequencies. And also I structure the water with our infinity wand. So that's the water I drink. And so after that 5 minutes is up, typically that emotional hunger goes away. So then I empowered, from an empowered place, choose not to eat. That's the big key right there. I also listen to MindSync. I love MindSync. I'm a NLP master coach and trainer. So I've been studying the art of the unconscious mind and reprogramming those beliefs. And my belief system around my weight goes back to when I was a child. And being able to use MindSync along with Inner Voice to reprogram those belief systems that no longer serve me has also made a huge, huge difference. In addition to that, I love those new AO Tune transducers. So in addition to listening to the weight loss playlist that I've created, I also place the AO tune transducer. So on the Cepheid dot area, the perfect body, it shows different places on the body where we could put our Cepheid dot. Well, you could also use that AO tune transducer in those places too. So I run those every day in addition to the Cepheid dot. We also have some amazing supplements like Solex Gold, Blue with the 660 band, Pulse for my heart and when I work out, Prime, of course, because that's such a broad solution, D3 and K2, Omega Pro for those healthy fats, and then X, and I always do that around the full moon. It helps rid my body of those parasites that I'm feeding that I don't want to be feeding. Also, we have this amazing shaker ball made of Cybin. So I put that in my water bottle and I also imprint that with those weight loss frequencies. So everything I drink, that the structured water, I put that ball in my water bottle. And so I'm continually getting those frequencies as well. So I am very committed that I release the rest of this weight and that you can too without suffering. And we have exactly the tools that we need. We are so blessed.
Unlock your full potential with AO Core.
A few months ago, we launched Multicast. You remember that? Did you like it? You use it? Okay, so imagine sitting around your kitchen table. There's you, your significant other, a couple kids, a dog, a cat, or whatever. And you're running out of time. You want to scan everybody before you hit the door. Yes. Open your scanner. Open your scanner. Multiscan is here. We could have charged for this one, but we didn't. Okay, open up your menu on your phone or on your device. Right below comprehensive, there's a new button. Multiscan. What Multiscan allows you to do is scan up to 16 people simultaneously. And each scan is absolutely unique to each one of those people. This is not a blanket scan. It is so cool. So what it does, it doesn't do inner voice, obviously, because we're not recording their voice. But it does a full vitals and a full comprehensive based on the information it received from the vitals. And you can do it all with one push of a button. Okay, it gets even a little better. You can set up groups. So you can have a family group, patients group, pets group. Now I do have to say on pets, pets is not completely finished yet. Soon, it will be to where you can do this scan. This next year, by this time next year, we hope to have the veterinarian side of this almost completely done. The amount of work there, guys, is we don't have a lot of horses and dogs and cats and birds and lizards and chickens that come in and we can just work with all day and measure. But come to Texas. But we are getting there, and we've had some amazing veterinarians that have helped us with that. But when you go here, so let me just explain this to you real quick. If you go down and you open up Multiscan, you'll get a page that looks like this, okay? You click on it. Up at your address bar, up at the very, very top, where your target picture is, click on that, and then your drop-down menu. And there's a button that says Manage Client Groups. You open that up, you name it. And then anybody that's in your normal client list, you can move into there, okay? And that way you can have, like I said, in each group up to 16 people. Once you've done that, you've set up your groups, or if you don't want to set up groups, you don't have to. You can just go, and there's 3 buttons on that page. There's a button that has a group of people with a line through it, another group of people with down arrows, and another picture of just a person with a plus. The person with the plus, if you click on that, it'll say, okay, look up subject. You click on that, it takes you to your directory of clients, your subjects. You hit search, go down your list, and just start adding. You can add one and then go back, add another one, go back, add another. And if you want to do that, you can. But like I said, if it's your family or if it's your clients, you're going to want to set up a group to where you don't have to do that every single time. And it stores that. Once you've got them all loaded in, and you need to do this today, maybe when you go home or back to your hotel or whatever, load in a few of your people and do a scan and watch. Now, vitals, as you're seeing the scan, because it's telling you what it's scanning on every person in real time, vitals will be the same. Because vitals is just a basic vital scan. It just starts up at food sensitivities and goes all the way through toxicities, right? But then when it starts to do the comprehensive scan on each one of those people, you'll start to see some people it's looking at the gut, some it's looking at the veins, some it's looking. It is literally unique to every single person. It gets better. How? You can email it to every one of them by a push of one button when it's all done. And they get the full report. So when you're all done, there will be a couple buttons up there, one that says a little envelope, that shows a little envelope. You push that button and everybody gets the report sent to them. Yes. They only, okay, so Susie doesn't get Johnny's report, okay? Susie will get her report, Johnny will get his report, and Fluffy will get hers. So, by the way you do your pets, because the initial scans, the vital scans on dogs and cats will be available sooner than horses. But the way you get that, remember, your pets are stored under the client's name. So when you pull up that directory, you'll see the name of the directory and maybe their picture. But on the other side of that button, there's a little down arrow. You push the down arrow and it lists their pets. That's how you do the scan on pets, whether it's in Multiscan or just a scan on a pet, okay? We're migrating the pet stuff that we've already got into Multiscan. It may take a few more weeks, but we didn't want to hold it back. You like Multiscan so far? Okay. This makes your life easier, makes your practice smoother. And here's another thing that you can do. Every night, you could have all of your family, your family group, you can have your extended family group, you can have your neighbor down the street that you wish you had a better relationship with group. And at night when you go to bed, you just hit scan. It goes to everybody, and we can do that every single night. We can do it every single morning. You don't need their permission to send anybody. You don't have to get permission if you pray for somebody. Send them a scan. Make them feel better. Send that energy out to these people. Allow them to lift with you. So Multiscan and Multicast have been additions this year that make it to where you can do more efficiently, quicker, and see results faster. Go ahead. How many of you have scanned for somebody and you get a phone call and say, "Are you scanning me?" Have anybody have it? My son is that way. If we do a scan on him, he'll call his mom and say, "Are you or dad scanning me?" Isn't that cool? That is really cool. I'm as dense as a rock. I never feel any of this stuff. You know, I built the theta chamber in the very beginning. I've been in it, I don't know how many times. I've never had any special experience. I never saw God. I never saw somebody dead. I never saw any of those things. And I could write a book on the experiences people have had in the theta chamber of seeing God or a deceased loved one or whatever. And I'll get back in the chamber and I'm just waiting. Nothing happens. But I know it does work because you tell me it does. Solex is what we are today because of you. Not because of me or Kai or Shelby or any of the customer support. Aren't they great? Customer swap. Solex is what it is today because of you. You took the leap of faith with us, and you supported us, and you continue to support us, and we're eternally grateful for that. So, love this new scan. Use this new scan, and then let us know. Send us back testimonials of the results you're seeing. You watch lives change. Just put some people in there and just scan them every day and send that to them and watch what happens. Thank you.